This is Texas Tiger Diggs, and if it's your opinion that I've shown a few too many of these icy or snowy landscapes, you would be exactly correct. At least a few too many for me. We don't get this in Texas very often, and we especially don't get this in Texas in early March. But we have 15, 16 degrees outside and icy conditions. We're not supposed to peak above freezing until tomorrow afternoon. But by Friday, we're going to be back up into the 60s. So I don't expect for anybody to sing the songs of woe for me. You guys up in Northeast, I know that this is a normal occurrence, though what I've heard in the weather is that this is still abnormal weather for the east, which is getting pounded by real snow, real storms, and real cold. 15 degrees is real cold, but like I said, it's not an extended situation for us. Okay, this is basically the first part of what I was going to say. And then I was going to discuss something else I've been meaning to discuss, but my videos have been so long because I try to do quite a few live digs. Now, I'm going to continue to do that, but as you know, live digs is situational. And as you've seen, the mechanism for me doing it hasn't been perfected yet, but I'm still working on it. But let me talk about something that is usually only discussed in cars, and it's called weight to horsepower ratio and how it directly relates to what we're doing as detectorists. So I'm going to leave this and go to that discussion. This is Texas Tiger Digs once again. As I was saying before, I'm doing quite a few live digs. I know that I am in suburban parks 90% of the time, just due to scheduling issues. So I don't have the built-in fascination of the guys who are out there doing Civil War relics, or the guys that are in Europe digging up God knows what, how many millennium old in the fields they work. So I try to show the process, and I try to show the systems, and try to show methods and techniques, and hopefully I'll get somebody to take a look at me, maybe subscribe, and enjoy what I'm doing. I've got quite a few subscribers that way. I think they're pretty much hardcore guys, but I want everybody in, and because you're going to see some unusual things. Anyway, I talked about weight to horsepower ratio before, and I think what this directly equates to what we do as detectorists. I'm looking at three detectors here and two extremes. Over to this side, this is the Mind Lab Sovereign. You know how I feel about this machine. I love it, and when I put the Coil Tech coil on it, I love it even more. And it's a chunky machine, and I'm running a meter on it, which doesn't help with the weight distribution. Now, what does help is this aid. It's called a detecting buddy, which takes some of the weight off when I'm using it. So it makes it a lot more practical to use. And over here, the other extreme, embodied in these two detectors. One, I think they're now in the $1,200 or $1,300 range. The XP and then the budget minded $160 compadre. By the way, the odd coil you see on this compadre is not standard. I did do a mod, so now I can use the various UMAX coils, and I actually have an 11-inch UMAX coil on the way for this, and for another UMAX that I'm going to have and I might acquire in the future. In any case, the weight to horsepower ratio is this. If you can't swing it a long time, you're not going to find a lot of things. That's the basic rule of detector. It's a grind. So it helps when the detectors you use are light enough for you to swing for an extended period of time. And also, not all of us like to have numbed arms and aches and pains later, but usually those are temporary. And as you swing more, you'll build up a right arm or left arm if that's your dominant arm, like a professional tennis player if you do this long enough. Well, not that quite that extreme, but it will be disproportionately strong to the other arm. In any case, that's what I'm talking weight to horsepower ratio. So over here, the Deus, you know the Deus. It's well known. It's very popular. It's hugely popular in Europe. It's reasonably popular in the United States. It has configuration out the wazoo. In fact, I bought Andy Sabishi's new book on the XP Deus just so I can understand all of them. And I've been using the Deus for quite a while. So that's, in fact, it's one of the oldest detectors I've got in terms of use by me. So that is a sort of a weight to horsepower anomaly. It can be lightweight and it can be very, very, very intricate and very, very, very demanding and very, very, very successful at finding items, coins, relics, etc., according to what you're looking for. Now, the compadre is a whole different beast. It is lightweight. It has very little choice. By the way, this cover I got is to muffle that tremendous battery check that will deafen you if you're wearing earphones. So, now either one of these are great, and they are probably your most practical machine if you're going out for a long, steady grind. Even though in my opinion, the Sovereign is deeper. Maybe not deeper than the Deus, because I say it's an anomaly, but it is marginally deeper than the Compadre, and I love that. Now with this, I have changed the weight horsepower ratio not directly, but by spreading the weight across my shoulders. I have decreased the impact of swinging it and made it within a maybe 10 to 20% of one of these lighter detectors. But let's get back down to what I was saying. If you have a detector that is huge and powerful and heavy, no aid, or the aid is not sufficient, then it may be more practical for you to get this. A Compadre, or today it's much more expensive. A Compadre, much more practical and economical, and you can go out and swing all day. So if you swing all day and you cover however many yards you're going to cover, then you're going to get a good return on your swing. So when you buy a new detector or you use a new detector, always keep that in mind, is that the weight is directly proportional to your success because of the duration of time you're going to be using it, or the time you can swing it. So that's all I've got to say. I've been meaning to say this for a while. So that's all. That is the beginning and the end of what I have to say about that. And I wanted you to know that this weight to horsepower ratio is something I want to bring. But since I'm chatty by nature and my live digs tend to make my dig videos or live dig videos a little long, I thought I would give it in today. So you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later.